Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again, and welcome to The Roads with Belle. Today is August 31st, 2025, and this is episode 106 of The Roads Not Taken, which is a weekly series where we go over the news that was unreported, underreported, didn't get the coverage we thought it deserved, or we just found it interesting. And then we go through some questions from y'all. Today is August 31st, and today is Eat Outside Day. And on this date in 1935, FDR signed the Neutrality Act. And starting with foreign policy, Thailand's constitutional court has removed the prime minister after a phone call with a Cambodian politician raised ethical concerns. Elsewhere in the country, Thailand is accusing Cambodia of planting landmines in disputed territory. Glad to see Trump's peace deal is fostering such a wonderful environment. Very much Nobel Prize worthy. In similar news, the Armenia-Azerbaijan peace deal has still not actually been formalized, and the most powerful factions in the contested territory are now indicating it was, quote, nothing more than a piece of paper that will not bring peace to this region. I'm sure that will also be very impressive to the Nobel Committee. The president of Portugal called Trump a Russian asset. The U.S. is still displaying a soft, passive response to Russia striking Western targets. Experts say he risks inviting more attacks and widening the war. So far, it looks like the only response has been to move slightly faster to approve the sale of some cruise missiles that will end up in Ukraine. South Korea's former First Lady has been indicted for bribery. A judge has said Kari Lake can't fire the Voice of America director. The U.S. is reportedly denying and revoking visas for Palestinian officials. This could interrupt their presence at the UN. In U.S. news, Trump deployed the National Guard to rake leaves and clear homeless camps in D.C. They are not being deployed to high-crime areas. It certainly seems like Trump just didn't like having to see poor people. Trump has canceled Secret Service protection for former VP Harris. In a bizarre development, Republicans in Utah announced they will be complying with a judge's order to ungerrymander their state while they pursue other legal options. I want you to recognize we have now reached a point where the Republican Party feels the need to announce when they are following court orders. Trump is reportedly trying to push another immigration operation in Chicago this week. In cultural news, Republicans try to reframe Democrats, saying that we need more than thoughts and prayers, as Democrats hate prayer. It's actually working with some groups. As U.S. foreign policy stumbles and the economy weakens, Trump is very concerned with ugly buildings in D.C. In science news, the Trump and RFK Jr. push to fix the CDC has led to the least staffed and least qualified one in history. The Trump administration wants more logging and roads in national forests. You know, because they clearly understand the point of national forests. In economic news, Trump's move to end tariff exemptions for low-value products has led to nations suspending postal services to the U.S. and orders being canceled around the world. It adds another $13 billion in taxes to Americans. There may be more on this, but China is on track to produce more energy via solar energy than the total of U.S. energy consumption. China is expected to reach energy dominance over the United States in less than 10 years. Trump's move to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook is already in court. The outcome of this could shake the Fed's credibility and U.S. economic stability. Inflation is continuing to inch up slowly. Economists are calling it sneakflation. As the prices climb incrementally over a long period of time as Trump's tariffs get paid by Americans. In Oddities, a Republican election official in North Carolina has resigned and been arrested for allegedly putting pills in ice cream meant for his granddaughters. It just gets weirder from there. On to our first question. Why isn't the bond market freaking out already? It should be, right? Every economic person I watch says they don't know. Economic people are overthinking it. The bond market is currently eating tacos. They think Trump will chicken out, or they think the Supreme Court will step in. They haven't priced in a compromised Fed yet. Don't worry. If this continues, they will. They don't have a choice. Lately, I have been seeing a meme online that says there are about 8 million registered Democrats in Texas and about 6.5 million registered Republicans. It says Texas isn't Republican, it's voter suppressed. Yet, Republican Greg Abbott is the Texas governor. Surely, if there are that many more Democrats in Texas, then a Democratic candidate would win a statewide election. Is it just turnout, or is there more to it? I've also heard that Texans don't register by party. So, maybe the data in the meme isn't accurate. Can you explain to your viewers what is going on in Texas? Texas doesn't have voter registration the way that a lot of states do. There's an affiliation that occurs during primaries. So, there are a lot of estimates. Looking at the numbers, high voter turnout on the Democratic side of the aisle and normal turnout on the Republican could flip the state. But because it's Texas and it's so gerrymandered, there's depressed Democratic voter turnout. Longtime watcher from Europe here. This sounds kind of strange to me, so I hope you can make me understand. When Trump fires someone, and that someone thinks it's illegal, or that Trump, or Doge for that matter, have no authority, why do they comply? Why don't they show up to work the next day like nothing happened? Cops mainly. If somebody's fired and then they show up, cops will escort them off the property. And remember, it's the U.S. If you just sit down and refuse, you'll have force used against you. So, people don't go in, and then they just wait to take it to court. What conditions are there for a member to be expelled from NATO? The short version here is that there isn't a mechanism to kick a country out of NATO. The long version is that the way it would work is the other countries would form a new alliance without the offending country and then withdraw from NATO. So, that looks like it. A little more information, a little more context, and having the right information will make all the difference. Y'all have a good day.